Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Naima and I like to read books, obviously. Um, I wanted to do this video like really quick because I'm in the middle of getting ready for prom today, Saturday. I don't promise today. Um, I'm really excited about prom, but like the process is gonna be like so long and I'm not really anxious, and there was like so much drama around prom in the beginning, so crossing your fingers that this is good and crossing their fingers that I am going to have a great time. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about a few of my favorite books just because I feel like some people, like, some of these books were popular, but I feel like at least two of them, when I got them, they weren't popular, and the other one, I don't think many people know about it because I don't even remember where I got the book, but I'm pretty sure it was like very cheap, like maybe $3. So the first book I'm going to start with is the one that I said is probably, like, when I got it, it was very cheap and people don't know about it. It's called Sisters by Chance by Susan Mallory. And the reason why I just like this book so much is because of the fact that it's about sisters. When um but they're not really sisters, they're more like they're cousins. And it starts off with one cousin in particular whose point of view is majority of the book. She's a what is that called? I don't know what it's called, but she basically sells stuff for cats, and she did it because she had a cat, but the cat died. And then in the very beginning of the book, the place, her business, burned down. So I'm like spoiling, but her place burned down, and so she moved back to her hometown where her other cousins were. And the other cousin, she is a stay-at-home mom, and she wanted to open up a bakery, which was her long-term dream. And she was always like baking stuff for her kids, activities, and selling stuff from out of their house for a little bit. So when her situation came about, it was like the husband wasn't very much on board. They had an issue. I think she kicked him out at one point. I don't remember, but yeah, that was the other one. And then the third one, I couldn't really tell if it was about the daughter or if it was about their cousin, because their cousin, she was kind of mooching off of her daughter, and she was kind of like making her daughter feel bad for like leaving, and she wanted her daughter to take care of her, but she wasn't like the best mom. So that's why I can't really tell if the book, like, if it was supposed to be about the cousin or the daughter, because the cousin who had their business burned down, she was trying to help the daughter at some point a couple times because she wanted her to be able to go and live her life and go to college and all that stuff, because that was one of the issues that they were having in the book. But I thought this was like a really good book because it dealt with three different people, and it really shows the bond between family members, even if they're cousins. So this is a good read. I think I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. I don't know my ratings, so if anyone asks me how I rate stuff, I honestly don't know. If like the book gives me like a good feeling towards like the end or like throughout most of the book, it's a 5 stars. But I've give a lot of books 5 stars, so maybe maybe I need to fix my system. But yeah, this I gave, like, it's a lower place, but I highly recommend this book if you like a feel good but with a little conflict and some resolution, because they all have happy endings, which I really love. Because even the business owner, she rebuilt her business, obviously, but she had to go through some some issues on her own because with her business, because she was kind of like a control freak a little bit with her business, and she wanted to be in charge of everything. So it was a good book. You guys should, like, you know, read it. The second book I was talking about this in my other video, is The Hating Game, because I love a good business office romance. And this, it was scrumdiddlyum, a purr. It was just that good in my opinion, and I kind of beat it up on accident, but like, it was good. I loved it. And honestly, Josh, hands down, I definitely gave this a 5 stars, because any enemies to lovers book, in my opinion, probably deserves a 5 stars. Like, I don't think there's if and a but about it, but they deserve 5 stars. And I really loved how he was always in love with her the whole time, and then she like slowly was getting to it. And I love the little egg hunt, what is it called, Easter eggs. I love the little Easter eggs in Josh's life that showed why he that he loved her, because if I'm not mistaken, his bedroom, like the walls of his bedroom, was the color of her eyes. And I do believe that there was something was stated about the fact that he always wore the same shirts and suits in the same order every week. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they said he did that on purpose, and she was always keeping track of his suits and what he wore. So I think there was a moment where she says, oh, he's wearing this suit today, is following like the pattern. I don't remember if that was exactly how it went, but she definitely paid attention. And she also, I think they both had like was marking stuff about the other person. It was, I just this book was like so fun for me to read. And I also talked about how like I was watching the movie at the same time as I was reading this, because I think I was maybe like not even halfway through the book, and I like found the movie and I turned it on and I just like watched it, and then I was like, I definitely need to finish the book now. So then I finished it, and I was just like so in love with the book. And one thing I do like about some movies that get turned, some books that get turned into movies, that you get to see the moments that were in the book that got kept for the movie, you know? I feel like that's so cute. I'm so thankful for the editors, the directors, and the author for them to keep those moments in, because I think some moments in books just need to stay in the movie. Like, people need to take a cue from Harry Potter and Twilight. Like, they literally had hours-long movies to fit the whole entire book. Like, kudos and props to all of them. My third book is Today, Tonight, Tomorrow by Rachel Lynn Solomon. I think that's how I say that. Oh, got something on my tongue. My bad. I'm so sorry. 5 stars. It's an enemies. No, it's not an enemies to lovers. It's a school rivals to lovers. And honestly, I need to get the second book, because the second book is when they're in college and they're, if I'm not mistaken, they're doing long distance. So I need to get the book. But yeah, this was a 5 stars for me, because first off, the book takes place over one whole day, and it's just like, if somebody can fall in love or like realize they're in love with someone based off of one day of being together, honestly, I'm almost romantic, so like that says something. Like, I need that type of love right now. So yeah, this book got a 5 stars for me. This, I believe they were battling for valedictorian and salutatorian. Is that how you say that? I don't know. But the guy, he was valedictorian and she was salutatorian. but they've been competing since they were like, I don't remember how long they said it was competing, but I do know they was competing majority, like the whole high school year. I think they were in the same programs, or they were competing with the same amount of programs, GPA and all that stuff, but they ended up giving it to him. But how the day takes place over a senior activity that their school does, and I think it was like a scavenger hunt. So they started off apart, but they eventually teamed up together, and the rest of the book is them teamed up. And they were sitting in the library, like towards the very end, and they were exchanging yearbooks, and she wrote in his and he wrote in hers. I don't remember exactly what it was said, but there was something sweet. I don't remember much about the book because I read it like so long ago. But honestly, you have to read this, because if you like rivals, or if you like school rivals, this is like the book. This is the book. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he liked her before too. I don't know what it is about like guys liking the girl before, and enemies to lovers, or like rivals to lovers, or whatever it is to lovers. But like there's just like something about that. Because what's that book called? Cheat Sheet. I was listening to Cheat Sheet, and they're best friends, but they both loved each other. And it took a fake relationship for them to actually be together. But even in that fake relationship, she was still trying to like hold off, but he was being the one who's being like more prominent, because he was a football player. Him and his teammates were trying to put together like this list of things for him to do to help push them into that, that role as being a couple, like a real couple, like hinting at his feelings. But that's another time for another book. Like honestly, I don't finish all my audiobooks. Like I literally have 2 checked out on my app right now, and I have not listened to neither one of them in so long. I'm so bad with audiobooks. But when like I'm actually like actively trying to listen to one, oh yeah, I get down. I try to use every free time that I have. So the next book, I talked about this one in my other video too, is The Summer of Broken Rules. I don't know why I just stopped right there. But The Summer of Broken Rules, it's something about this book, honestly. Oh, there's a ghost in here. Okay, so The Summer of Broken Rules, what to say about this book? Oh my gosh. Okay, so when I was talking about this book in my other video, I did not look at it, and I was trying to explain like the plot, or like how the guy and the main character were like related. And I forgot that it was a wedding. So she was visiting like they were going to their family's annual vacation home for like for wedding activities, or for a wedding, and she aligned with a groomsman because of the activities the family was partaking in, and she formed an alliance with him, and they ended up like really liking each other. I don't think they did have sex, but I don't think they did, because they're both still in if I'm not mistaken, they're both still in high school. So, but I really like, I hate like reading books and then it ends like when they get together, because it's like I'm like, okay, epilogue is like something totally different, but I just like, I want to see like the couple after the book, you know. Cause like I hope like they was able to work everything out and everything. Cause like this is so cute. Okay, but I think I gave this a 4 out of 5 or a 5 out of 5, like 5 stars. I don't remember, but I really did love this book, and It's just something about kind of like a slow burn. It wasn't like too much of a slow burn, but it was kind of like building up to like the relationship. Obviously, because that's what the book is about. I don't know why I just said that, but yeah, I did like this story, and the reason why it's called Summer of Broken Rules is because when she lost her sister for almost a year and I think like a year 4 months before they went to family vacation, because after her sister died, they didn't attend any family functions for a while. So this vacation, or this wedding situation, was a huge deal for their family to go to. So she made like these rules in her head that she would follow, and she ended up breaking them because of dun, 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 the guy. And I think there was something else for the reason why she was breaking her rules. I don't remember, but this is a good book. I think this was talked about at some point, but I don't know how big of a hype it got. So yeah, but I really like this, and I totally recommend The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther. I don't know, Walter. I don't know how to pronounce last names. Like, I don't even bother me with last names. I'll just stick to first names. Like, I literally don't even like calling my teachers there by their last names, but I do. But I usually drop the Mr. and Mrs. on some teachers' names. Some. Like, I have one teacher that I always call him by his last name, but without the Mr. because of like how close we've grown, or like because I'm closer to him than I am to the most of my other teachers. But sometimes I also shorten his last name. And then there's another teacher that actually two other teachers that I don't call Mr. I just call them by their last name, because one of them, he calls me by my last name because of a thing me and my friend did. So it's like I don't even register them as like last names to them, and I don't register last names. like it's just like it's a thing. I don't know. It's a thing. Okay, so the next book I finished is earlier this year, I think. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I just ate ice cream and maybe that's why I'm burping. I don't know. But this book made me want to cry. Girl in Pieces by Kathleen. You see the last name. But the reason why this book is like one of my favorites, it's also one of my least favorites. And I can't even put it on my least favorites list because of the fact of the reason why I don't like it. It is because of the main character. Like okay, so obviously this book is called Girl in Pieces, and it's about a teenager. I think she's 18 when this book starts. I'm not sure. It doesn't really say. Sorry, I'm reading the bag real fast. So Charlie, which is the girl's name, she, in the beginning of the book, we find her in a I don't know what those places are called. Like, even now, after even still reading this, I still don't know what the places is called. But basically where they send you for like to hold you for like mental problems, or like suicide attempts, or like just because they need to hold you. She was in one of those places, and for like a cool couple chapters. So she was in one of those places, and then when she got out, she went to go stay with a friend in a totally different state. A totally different state from where she knew. But some of the choices she made while she was there, it kind of aggravated me. But the reason why I said which is why I don't really, why I put it on my least favorite list, but I can't put it on my least favorite list because I know that she was going through a lot of stuff, and she was trying to live and try to figure out how to live and what was the best way for her to live. So that's why I can't put it on my list. And this book was just like so heartbreaking for me also, but it's really a power movement for the reason why it is one of my favorite books. Because for someone to go through so much, get help, and then get out, and then just like you having to rebuild your life from like scratch, like when she got to where her friend lives, she had to get a job. She had to get a job. She had to learn how to deal with money. She eventually got her own place. She had to live with staying alone, how to like be in a building with other people, knowing that she was kind of like scared and stuff. It was like a lot to go through with her. And then even when she hit like her breaking point, like her biggest breaking point in the book, I didn't want to do nothing but just hold her because it was so hard to read. And then when she some coworkers that she worked with came and got her from her place because he was checking up on her and took her out of the city out into the country, and she just kind of like was coping and kind of thriving. And after being there, she got like this opportunity with the guy that they were staying with, her coworker's grandpa. She got this opportunity to go with him to New York, I think, and it was like a whole new start for her. So that's why like this book is my favorite, because it's like you're learning how to relive and get off that edge that she was on. And it really was an eye-opener for me. So that's why I gave this a 5 stars. Obviously this is a 5-star read for me. And honestly, I want to read the other 2 books that's in this collection, because I want to read that empowerment again, because it was just like, it was so much to grasp to, and I just loved it. And I could not put this down when I was reading it. That's how much this book was like hitting. And you just have to read it to experience it and understand what I'm talking about, because this book is like something totally different. Like, I don't even know how the author wrote this book. Like that's how crazy it is for me. Okay, the last book is honestly one of my top tier favorites. And I mean top tier favorites. Red, White, and Royal Blue. My boys Alex and, gotta check the back because I can never remember his name. Henry. Alex and Henry. This book did have hype, and honestly, if you read it, if you watched the movie, you get it. You honestly, you get it, because enemies to lovers. First off, enemies to lovers on Alex's part, but also by awakening on Alex's part. Not enemies to lovers on his part, but always been in love with him on his part. Like, wait, I think, if I'm mistaken, Henry liked him from the moment they, like, when they were like kids. But Alex has been having problems with him since they were kids at the exact same time, because Alex introduced himself to Henry, and he said he greeted him, but he then turned around to like his butler or whatever it was called and said something along the lines of like, let's go, get me out of way, get him away from me, or something like that. And Alex took it very kind of harshly, but it was like, honestly, I don't even want to explain this, because I like, the reason why, like, honestly, to give you like an idea of how much this is like one of my favorite books, is the fact that I read this through a teacher. Like, she let me borrow her own personal book of this. I read it, gave it back, went to buy my own book. I think like a week later, read it and put it down. And I think I read it again, like maybe like a month later. Like, this 3 times within 2 months in the same year. Is this ridiculous? But honestly, like, I loved it. I don't even, I have no words for this, because honestly, the build up, the secret relationship, it was just top tier for me. Top tier, and I don't even know how else to put it. Top tier. But honestly, yes, these are, oh, did I say my rating? Obviously, since I said it's top tier, it's like a 5-star. Like, there's no doubt about it. A 5-star. If I can give a 10-star, it'll be get a 10-star. So, and another reason why, like, I really liked Girl in Pieces is because I don't read very many books like this, or outside of romance, so this was kind of like a very good book for me to like gear me into like not reading about so much romance. Like, even this, it wasn't like a lot of romance in this, it was more about sisterhood, obviously, because it says sisters by choice. But these are like 6 of my favorite books. Oh my god, my foot went numb. So yeah, this is like 6 of my favorite books. 1, 2, 3, 4 romance books, 1 like mental health book. I don't want to call it a mental health book. What can I call it? I don't know what to call it. Like, what even genre is that? I don't know. And then a feel good. I don't know what genre this is either. I'm just gonna call it a feel good, because it kind of was like a feel good. Oh, I cannot hold books. But this is all the books. I can't get them to line up perfectly in my hands. This is so hard. But this is all the books. Oi. Anyways, that is the end of the video. I hope you guys liked it. Comment down below what is your favorite book to read or reread, or favorite book just like ever. Bye.